welcome back to my channel. So today I have a really exciting video that I have been thinking about making for a couple weeks now, but I wanted to wait until today when my final December payment posted so that I could go over how much debt we've paid in 2020. So first I want to start by going over our January 2020 numbers so that you can see where we started. So I started with two loans, two of my student loans. So I had a private and a federal. And June 1st, my balances were $28,984 for my private and $91,204 for my federal, which made my grand total starting in January of $120,189.24. So if you are familiar with me at all or have watched my debt confession video, I had talked about my starting balances being about $130,000. So that clearly I have been paying for a while, and my balance had not gone down very much, only about $12,000. And I think I started paying on these loans probably about 18 months, maybe even 2 years ago. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you. I think it was sometime in 2018 or 17 even. So January is when I really started to get serious about my debt, and I said no more to to paying all of this money in minimum payments and not making any progress, or at least not feeling like I'm making any progress. So this was where I started in January. I made very conservative goals starting for 2020. I think my first goal was to pay off $5,000 of principal on my private loan. As you will see, I completely smashed all those goals and more. I just kept making more and more aggressive goals as 2020 progressed. And here are my ending numbers. This will be for starting January 2021. I don't anticipate making any more payments in December. My last payment posted today. So my private is actually paid off. I paid that off in August, and my federal is down to $64,700. So my total then is $64,700. So that means that I have paid off in 2020 $55,489.24. So I am incredibly proud. I didn't even know this number, to be honest, until I sat down to film this video, because I hadn't been tracking exactly what we had been paying. We've just been trying to pay as rapidly as humanly possible. So I thought we were around 45,000. That was kind of like the last time that I had actually tracked everything. But to sit down and see that we're actually over 55,000 is absolutely incredible. That is about half of our income. So that we set a goal in 2020 to try to live on one income, just so that we could absolutely pay as much as humanly possible. And we've pretty much succeeded in that. You know, of course, we've had some side hustles, and if you watched any other videos or been on my Instagram, you have seen some of the income we've brought in has been from side hustles, and we've definitely gotten some bonuses and all of that, as well as we got our stimulus payment back in, was that May? I don't remember when we got that, but we did take a break in March when COVID first hit. We started to kind of put everything in savings and stop debt payment, which I know was very common in the debt-free community to do back then, just because we weren't sure what was going to happen with our jobs. And then once we kind of felt okay, which was in August, we did the final payment on my private student loans. So we're back down to our bare minimum for our emergency fund. So I also did want to talk about interest, because I did have a private loan. So even though federal loans, the interest was 0% for the majority of this year for my federal loans, we did still have to pay some interest. So 2020 interest that we paid on my private loan was $797.29, and federal, even though I only paid like 3 months, less than 3 months of interest. I still had to pay over $1,000 in interest in my federal loans. So as you can see, that was our interest from this year. So just over $1,800. And for comparison, I did pull my numbers from 2019 because I personally just wanted to see this. So I can't split it out because I just used my number for my taxes. So I don't know exactly what was from which, but our interest that we paid in 2019 was over $10,000. So you can see that a lot of the ability to pay more this year was definitely based on the fact that we were not paying as much interest. Yes, I also, even though I did my own taxes, I kind of forgot about this huge, giant $10,000 interest payment interest that we had paid in 2019, which honestly makes me sick to my stomach thinking the fact that we had paid $10,000 in interest in 2019. But as you can see, we've made a huge dent in our loans and we will never be even close to paying this again. I think my annual interest, even if we're only paying minimums on this debt, would be, I think, about $3,000. So we've saved ourselves quite a bit of money by paying down our debt during this 0% interest period, which I know a lot of people have done as well. And I would love to hear your guys' debt progress this year. I know it's been such a difficult year, and I am so thankful that we've been able to do this, and I really don't take it lightly that my husband and I were both employed for 2020. I know so many families were affected by COVID. We definitely don't take this for granted, the ability to do this, and I know that this is a huge number, and we're just very grateful this year. Even though it's been a very difficult year, it has just been incredible for our finances, and we have really taken a hold and gotten this under control for after many years of just ignoring it and not facing the debt that we had. So I'm incredibly proud of what we've done in 2020, and I absolutely can't wait to share this journey with you guys in 2021. In my next video, I will hopefully be doing more in depth of how we paid this much off. I would like to do a video and just talk about ways that we've saved money and how we've trimmed our budget to try to live off of one income. I know that a lot of people were asking me on Instagram to share some tips, so that is what my next video is planned to be, but I wanted to share this information with you guys, and I would absolutely love it if in the comments you would share what debt progress you've made this year and your number for 2020, even if it's not this large. I would just love to hear what you guys have done and cheer you guys on as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. 2021, and I can't wait to share with you guys. Thank you. Bye guys.